Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Pokemon reprints. And yeah, Pokemon, well not Pokemon directly, but there's been some information released on a reprint for Pokemon booster boxes. And apparently we're going to be getting Astral Radiance, Lost Origin, and Silver Tempest sometime in March and April. Now what does this mean? And what does this mean for the future? Well, let's have a quick look at the Astral Radiance booster boxes at the moment. So £105, they're sort of hitting around that 100, 105-ish sort of mark. Um, and yeah, this is particularly weak set for Pokemon that released last year. Not the greatest. If we have a look at Lost Origin, you've got much higher prices here. So you've got £125 on a best offer, 120. So it's hitting the sort of 120 mark. And I'd imagine that will continue to sort of stay strong. And if we move over to Silver Tempest, not quite as strong as Lost Origin, but it's still pretty up there. As you can see, we've got some prices here for 120. You've got some sealed cases there for, that's less than 110. 120 there, 120. So you're looking at around 120 again. And that, to me, this probably seems like it's going to be the last reprint for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Um, Astral Radiance, Lost Origin, and Silver Tempest looks like will be the last three prints. And I'm a little bit surprised by that. I thought we was maybe going to get another maybe Brilliant Stars or something like that. But to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to come now. The reason for that is obviously we've got Scarlet and Violet coming out in, is it April or the end of March? And obviously they've changed so much with how these cards are being made. So presumably the colours on the cards, the foil borders are being made differently, and even the track printing of the packs now. So there's going to be three hollows in every pack, or three rare slots in every pack, and all that sort of stuff. So I think what's happening is over at Millennium Print Group is they're having to change over a lot of those printers and get them ready for the new set. And in addition to that, the new set as well is going to be massively printed by the looks of it. It doesn't seem as though there's many allocations going to be occurring on Scarlet and Violet products. Um, but one thing I can tell you is that Pokemon do seem to be very confident in Scarlet and Violet. The price increases for a start, and in addition to that, there isn't even any distributor discounts on some of this stuff. Usually, if you order over a certain amount, distributors give stores, a bit of a discount, and if you order a bit more than that, then you get slightly bigger discounts, bigger discount after that. So that's kind of how that works. But there are no distributor discounts for some of these Scarlet and Violet products. So it just kind of shows the confidence that Pokemon do actually have in Scarlet and Violet. Now, going back, we haven't actually had any waves of booster boxes for. I mean, it's been months now, and I don't think this is by this isn't by accident. I don't think Pokemon actually intended there to be no waves of booster boxes. I think just because there's such a dramatic change between how the cards are printed for Sword and Shield and before that really, but Sword and Shield and then into Scarlet and Violet, the track printing's different and they're having to change over all the printers and that sort of stuff. I think that is the reason why we've not had any booster boxes, and that's why we're not going to be going back to Brilliant Stars. We're not going to be actually that was just before Astral Radiance, wasn't it? So we're not going to be going back to Brilliant Stars by the looks of it. Obviously, this is just my opinion. This is kind of just what I'm thinking. Um, but I think it's kind of very likely at this point that we're not going to be getting a Brilliant Stars booster box reprint. So as soon as they sort of people start to realise that, I think those, it's just going to be a rocket ship to the moon basically on these booster boxes. It's going to be, fasten your seatbelts and kind of see what goes on. I mean, here we go. We've already got 170s, 150s for Brilliant Stars, 120. That seems very cheap, but 145. It's going to be off to the races on this booster box, I think, especially if we don't get a reprint. And I think, to be honest with you, given that we're going to get a wave of these, the last three sets, and then we're changing over to Scarlet and Violet, and everything's going to be different for it. I don't think we're going to be reprinting anything of Sword and Shield. So we can go back to my last video a couple weeks ago about how Sword and Shield isn't overprinted, and for prices to be holding 150s, 130s, 120s for sets that aren't even 6 months old yet, then it kind of shows that it's not actually overprinted, right? So yeah, I think this is going to be your last call, guys, to get booster boxes. Astral Radiance, Lost Origin, and Silver Tempest looks like it's going to be the last three sets. And again, this is all just my opinion. I haven't received any information stuff is officially out of print. But I just think using kind of a little bit of deduction and kind of logic, that I don't think there's actually going to be any more Sword and Shield booster boxes coming after this. Um, so yeah, get them while you can. I've got a very strong belief in Sword and Shield and it being sort of one of those great eras that is going to appreciate over time pretty dramatically. I mean, we've already seen some pretty massive jumps, and these sets aren't even out of print. Um, but yeah, let me know in the comments if you think they will be printing anything. Let me know what you would like them to print. If you want them to reprint Brilliant Stars, put it in the comments. Let's try and get Pokemon to reprint Brilliant Stars. Because if that thing doesn't get reprinted, then those booster boxes are just going to go straight to 200 within no time whatsoever. But yeah, leave us a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new here, and come back as we break down more market analysis in the future. Thanks.